Hey, good afternoon, YouTubers, Facebookers, party people out there in YouTube land. This is Clay with Clay's AC and Auto Repair and Clay Motion here in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And this is the Clay Way. If you find this video inspirational, please consider subscribing, clicking the notifications, sharing my videos, sending me your nice comments, liking my videos, and all that jazz. If you got a question for me, hit me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on Facebook. I'll happily try to answer them as quickly as I can, if I can. And remember, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. That I promise you. Come on, guys. So here's what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and change the motor mount. It is located underneath this big bracket right here, underneath this water bottle. So the first thing that we're going to start doing is we're going to take out two 13mm bolts right here, and that helps hold our water bottle on there, and hopefully we can pull that over. I'm trying to remember the last time I did one of these. It's been a couple weeks, so forgot some of the stuff. Okay, with our two bolts out, we should be able to just take that and simply set it up over there with the cap on it. We shouldn't lose too much coolant if we lose some at all. Now we're going to grab a jack and a block of wood, put it up underneath the motor so when we release the motor it doesn't drop down and we're able to take out the mount. Now we got a jack with the block of wood between it because our oil pan is aluminum and we don't want to crack it, and we just apply a little bit of pressure to it. We don't have to make it real super tight, just so it holds it up while we take out our bolts. So now, in no real particular order, we're going to take out the three 16mm bolts, two 10mm bolts. Just so you know, when you go to reinstall this, be real careful. Don't use your electric impact to start these bolts when you go to put in there. I've seen them cross-thread, and I've seen a lot of guys cross-thread them. So I'm thinking before we go too crazy, I want to show you guys how this motor mount is actually bad. Jeff's going to start the vehicle, put it in gear, hold his foot on the brake, and give it gas, and we can watch it lift up out there. Ooh, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's probably why you got a vibration in your gas pedal. So keep in mind, if you do have a vibration in gas pedal, that's why. With all of our bolts out, we should be able to just take our motor mount top cap, move it over, and then take out our two bolts that hold on our lower motor mount, which is actually the part that's defective. And when you take your bolts out of your motor mount, the engine is going to come down just a little bit. Don't worry much about that. We can put it back with the jack when we go to reinstall the mount. The two bolts that hold the motor mount in place are 16mm. I was mistaken. I thought they were 18s or 17s, but bam. So as you can tell, the new mount is much higher than the other one that's blown out. What happens is that causes your engine to send its vibrations through the body and into your foot pedal down on your thing, and it's generally hard for people to tell unless there's like some kind of clunking or whatever and weird noise that's going on. But you should take a look at this if you own a Dodge Journey. Definitely something that goes wrong. I'm installing a Parts Plus. It doesn't really matter. These mounts are designed to fail. That's why they're made of rubber, and it happens. So it doesn't matter what kind you put on there. You could go to the dealership and pay the big bucks, or you could buy one of these for 40 or 50 bucks from your local parts store, and it's going to be the same situation either way. So we're going to go ahead and install this now and see what it feels like when we're done. So I'll slide it in there, and then I'll pull it back towards me and put it into place. Once you get your mount in there, make sure that you start the screws, bolts by hand. If you can't do it with your hands, just do it with your socket and your extension. The reason I say that is because electric impacts are so prevalent today, and a lot of guys aren't as used to using them, and they'll cross-thread the bolts. Great job, folks. So we're going to go ahead and start our 10mm bolts, jack our engine back up, and as you can tell from the beginning of the video, this engine is sitting much higher and the bolts aren't in yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to sit right here where it's at. Never fear, Spidey fans. If the bolts are off, just give it a little tug, jack it up a little bit till you get it aligned. You'll be able to move it just a little bit, enough to get them bolts started. Awesome. Look at that. Installed. Super easy. About a 30-minute job. Maybe 45. It depends. Probably taking your time. Stuff like that. Maybe not straightforward for you guys that have never done it before, but I love it. Turned out perfect. Notice that I keep every single bolt loose until I've got every single bolt started. You'll find out after working on cars for a while why we do that. Hopefully the video was helpful for you guys, and you will consider subscribing to my page, clicking the notification, sharing my videos, liking my videos, reaching out to me on Clay's AC and Auto Repair, giving me big thumbs up, letting me know if I helped you out. Remember, if anyone else can do it, you can do it too. That I promise you. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for viewing.